Hey y'all, it's your girl Coach Kinsley. Today we're going to talk about creatine.
Creatine is something that coach told me to do a while ago, and I've been doing it since then. But the reason I decided to do creatine was because coach said. Now I get to figure out why. So bring it on, coach.
Let's do it.
It's Fitness Fix with Coach Kinsley. I'm producer Mike, former client of Coach Kinsley's, senior editor for the podcast, who pushes through every set until I hear
3, 2, 1, let's go!
Remember to always consult your physician before starting any nutrition or fitness regimen.
So let's start with what is creatine? It's not a hormone, it's not a steroid, it's a naturally occurring compound, and it's found in meat, seafood, and in our muscles as well.
So I thought you said seafood, coach. I just wanted to make sure that the connection was clear there. So again, another reason to have seafood is it contains creatine.
Yes, sir.
Well, then I need to know what creatine does.
What? Come on. Why you gotta make the episode 5 minutes long? Come on. Let's talk about how you can get it naturally, talk about supplements, talk about how it's found in our body. Like, there's so much to do here.
Okay. Well, we'll unpack it one at a time. Coach, so I add it to my morning latte. I was going to say espresso, but I was wrong, corrected by the coffee snob. What I have is a latte. So I add it to my latte every morning as a supplement. So that's how I get it. Clearly, I'm making up for not having fish on the reg with my supplement. So, supplement, is it just as good as getting it naturally?
So, getting it with a supplement is great. Getting it by eating meat and fish is great. But you also don't need to consume it at all because our livers will synthesize creatine, put it in our blood, and then 95% of it is stored in our muscles. And that extra 5% will be stored in the brain, for
Oh,
example.
so that's good. I didn't know that about creatine. I'm loading up my brain matter with it.
Right. Now, I do suggest to consume it though, whether it's natural means through meats and seafood or through supplementing like you are. I mean, creatine has been so studied, like it's thousands of studies, some more clinical based and then other ones performance based, which is what we'll talk about. So, in regards to fitness and performance, creatine has been shown to increase strength, muscle mass, speed, and power.
Wow. Well, it's a good thing somebody told me to start taking it because those are things that I value out of my workouts.
I got you.
So by supplementing and eventually eating fish and other things with creatine in it, how does it increase those things? Because I certainly appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, creatine, simply put, is an energy source. When we contract our muscles, ATP is used. So that's how our body performs any sort of work, especially, working out. And that's the primary role of creatine. Getting a little scientific here. Creatine will convert into creatine phosphate in our muscles. When we use the ATP, it turns into ADP, and this creatine will donate a phosphate to the ADP, which will then regenerate it or recycle it back to usable ATP. So you can keep contracting your muscle.
So if I'm understanding this correctly, coach, the contraction of the muscles starts a process that allows my muscle to contract when I'm moving a weight. And it does that by turning ATP into ADP, and then creatine regenerates that so that I can use more ATP. And I'm sure it's not an infinite amount of energy that I'm getting, but it certainly is helping. Okay, coach. So is this process pretty instantaneous or does it take a while?
I like that you're saying process because we can talk about the process more. It is a very fast process. It's very effective for repeated, fast, explosive, and like max intensity movements. This isn't just for weightlifting, it's also for like sprints or jumps. Any sort of repeated explosive movement. And explosive could mean something, quick, agility related, or it could mean more like heavy and intense. It goes both directions. And it's also just like daily life. being able to pick something up repeatedly in your daily life, which is why your body's going to create this naturally anyways. When we're doing this with just our normal stores, like baseline, no supplementation, we can hold this very fast pace and our normal, like, intense resistance for 10 to 12 seconds. When we add creatine by means of like supplements, we are increasing the storage, which means we can last longer.
And that includes fast twitch movements as well as explosive movements. Like today for me was push day or chest day. And so we were doing dumbbell bench, we were doing some standing presses, and those were all the way that trainer Alex had me do it was were explosive. It wasn't any eccentric training today. It was definitely getting the weight up. For me, this is still a base building time, so I'm doing a bunch of reps as opposed to just a few reps at a heavier weight.
Yeah, so that sort of training would be really effective with the added creatine.
Which I take on a daily basis.
So you're able to lift heavier weights for longer, or maintain your speed for longer, or maintain your max jump for longer. So if you can lift your heaviest weight for more reps, you will get stronger faster. That's period. Your muscles will grow faster. That's period. And if you can run and jump at your max for longer, you have more endurance, right? You have more resilience. This is very advantageous.
So I didn't even know anything about creatine until coach mentioned it to me during our training sessions. And so I only started taking it a few years ago. Is this something that I should have been taking all along as just a normal average fat guy?
Oh my goodness. Your body creates it naturally, so I'm not going to push everyone to take it, but everyone would see these results by taking it. So yes, your athlete, your endurance, your resilience, it's going to increase. And then yes, your weightlifters, same thing. Your 1 rep maxes, you'll see an increase. Your endurance, an increase. But every healthy adult would benefit from consuming it. Like, you'll have more muscle power. For example, as you're getting older, you're at risk for falling, right? Well, if you have more muscle power, then if you did fall, you can catch yourselves faster.
I saw something the other day that said if you're not going to make time for improving your health, you need to make time for your declining health. And it sounds like if you fall and you don't have the muscle stability, the strength to catch yourself or recover, you're going down and you're going down hard. More than likely, if you're falling just from walking around, you're probably going to break something. I totally get that point, and that's something that should probably be widely shared amongst us older citizens who are both training and not training, or thinking about getting into training. If you're thinking about getting into training, start with a little creatine. Take a walk.
Oh, yeah, everyone should get into training, and creatine will definitely help. And it's highly studied. There's practically no negative side effects for a healthy adult. And there's also been studies on adolescents, and they practically metabolize it the same. It's very safe for the average healthy person. When the FDA calls creatine safe, it's in regards to like using it for its intended use. So make sure that you're taking it properly. Eating it with protein or carbohydrate is going to be great for it to be processed correctly. And then taking 3 to 5 grams per day is a good place to be.
And then there's the coolness factor when you're walking into the supplement store and you're no matter what shape you're in or what age you are, you're like, where's the creatine at? And the salespeople will think, hey, this person knows what they're doing because they're asking for creatine. They must work out a lot. So I'm glad I get to go around and asking for it. There's a coolness factor to it. And I got that from listening to Fitness Fix with Coach Kinsley.
I got you. You're so funny.
Creatine alone isn't going to blow up my muscles like a air pump. It's just going to make me stronger. So if I'm not working out, but I'm taking creatine, I may have extra stores to do more work, but it's not going to magically give me any sort of definition or size or anything like that because I still got to put the work in.
Yes, you'll definitely need to put in the work, because when you are supplementing creatine, the supplementation is shown to increase your creatine stores 20 to 40%. Your stores are there so you can use them, right? So use them. and then you'll see results. But I should mention that the only side effect to taking creatine has been weight gain, which is muscle if you do it right. So go out there, take your creatine, and then hit a nice weightlifting session or running or jumping or practicing to fall safely.
Build that muscle mass, drop that body fat, and reap the benefits.
Heck yeah. So, like I mentioned, a good dosing is 3 to 5 grams of creatine per day. So, it is easier to use a supplement because otherwise you would have to eat like a pound of meat to get 3 grams of creatine.
Yeah, that would be quite a bit of fish to have to choke down. So, yeah, supplements are the way to go for us non-fish people.
Yeah, but even if you are a beef person, like all the fat that you're consuming, it's not going to be as easy on your digestive system or on your caloric intake.
So, yeah, just add it to your morning routine.
Right. It'll be processed the best with protein and carbohydrates. My protein shake would be a great addition for this. I do protein powder, some creatine, and then I also put banana, strawberry, and oats in it.
I'll have one. Where can I get it? Is it at my local supermarket?
Oh, I just make that at home.
The Coach Kinsley shake? Oh, man. It's coming.
Chef Coach Kinsley. That's what they call me.
All right, Coach. I'll look for that on the store shelves sometime in the future. All right. So why don't you hit us up with the highlights?
The highlight. Okay, number 1, creatine. It's a naturally occurring compound found in meat, seafood, and it's stored in our muscles as well as our brain. It's going to enhance your overall performance. It's shown to increase strength, muscle mass, speed, and power. And any healthy adult is encouraged to consume it at 3 to 5 grams per day.
I know that I am certainly benefiting from having added creatine to my nutritional mix.
Score. That just means that you were a step ahead.
Thank you so much for joining us today on Fitness Fix with Coach Kinsley. The fun doesn't need to stop here. Email me at coach@coachkinsley.com. You can check out my webpage, coachkinsley.com, and also find me on Instagram at, you guessed it, Coach Kinsley. Your girl. See you next week. Fitness Fix with Coach Kinsley is a production of Greyhawk Enterprise, LLC.